Hi, Y10, it's Miss Route here, and I'm here to talk to you today about your Work Insight event, which is coming up really, really soon. For now, though, can you just have a look at the quote in front of you, familiarise yourselves with the words? The world is a marketplace. We all are in business, and what we are selling is our unique selves. That might sound a bit cheesy, but actually, really kind of what the message that we're trying to convey to you now is that actually you're all really, really different, and that is a massive attribute. That's a positive thing when we are getting ready to enter the world of work. We really want you to kind of take these opportunities to have a better understanding of yourselves and the skills that you have, and that will kind of really make you ready for the future. So, a lot of you have already been asking me about work experience and work tasters. Um, this is one event that we are running for you guys, and there's obviously loads more things coming up as you kind of move into the summer and into sixth form and college as well. So, when is it? It is one day on Tuesday, the 11th of July, and it will be an opportunity for you to kind of go into a work environment. So you'll be able to pick an employer and you will spend the day there, and you'll be doing a kind of variety of things. But I suppose what we really want you to get an understanding of is to explore all the different kind of jobs, all the different job roles that you can do in one particular industry, to understand the skills that you need to work in that industry, and also to develop some of your kind of like soft skills as well. So you might not feel particularly confident, you might not be an excellent communicator or feel like you're not at this point. So it's really a day to kind of unpick things that you feel like you could do better at and see if you can use that time to develop them. So I'm going to move through all the options that you can choose from. Now, I really want to stress, please do not choose this because your friend is choosing it, okay? We will be in groups and you will be tasked with doing group activities. We will deliberately not put you with your friends. And that is for the purpose of you, I suppose, being taken out of your comfort zone. And it's quite like the world of work, really. We'll work with people that aren't necessarily our friends. That's just the way things go. We find it's a really good opportunity for you to develop your kind of team working and collaboration skills outside of your friendship circle. And it's really important for that, for particularly for sixth form and college, so for after year 11. So the first employer that you see in front of you is an employer called Salesforce. As you can see from the very, very tall skyscraper, this is their offices in central London. So what you'll be doing here, I'll give you a very brief overview of all of your choices. At Salesforce, they are a tech company. So you will be looking at how you can shape the business world through things like app and web development. Um, this is particularly good for people that are interested in exploring areas of business, of technology, people that are also interested in things like psychology, like how the brain works, how the mind works, and also sort of marketing and sales. The skills that you will be learning are digital design, you'll be managing projects, and you will be pitching to a client base. Next up, we have Thames Tideway. So, Thames Tideway is a huge civil engineering project that's happening along the River Thames. I'm sure that you are familiar with it, where there's loads of different kinds of infrastructure being built into the Thames to deal with our water systems. So, for this, you'll be exploring the world of engineering. We particularly champion any women that are interested in this field. We want to get more women into this industry as it is quite underrepresented. It's particularly good for those that want to kind of utilize their science, maths, and engineering skills. And you will be learning elements of design. You'll be definitely working as a team, and you'll also be problem solving. You'll be given a task where you will design your own water park, which is quite exciting. Next up is Mace. Now, this might be a brand that you're familiar with. You might have seen signs of it all over London on various different property development sites. This is for people that have an interest, in real estate, in property, in construction, and also in areas of sustainability for you geographers out there as well. It's really good for people interested in moving into the business world, elements of technology. You'll be doing things like development and construction. And the skills that you're going to learn, actually, you'll be looking at budgets, at kind of money management. You'll be looking at architecture, so elements of design. You'll be looking at how to sell properties and how to sell development plots. So you kind of need sort of quite a balanced team with lots of different skills. So this is kind of not one company that requires one type of skill, very broad. So that's a really good one if you're looking to get a range of different experiences. Next up is for the more kind of creative social media sort of TikTokers amongst you, people that are interested in setting up their own businesses and thinking about how they promote them. Business Launchpad in Tooting will work with you to help you. You'll be creating digital marketing campaigns, for local businesses. It's in a business centre, so you'll be kind of consulting with real live clients on site and creating campaigns for them. So again, this is good for people interested in marketing, in media, in business. We like creative types. We like people that can do a bit of filming, people that can do a bit of writing, and also people that have got a good kind of business brain on them from the standpoint of setting up a business and what that looks like. For this one, we really want you to kind of have the authentic experience. It's not very far away. It's on the 493 bus, I think it is, to Tooting. And so for that reason, if you're confident, we are happy for you to travel there on your own and kind of make your way home from site as well. And the final choice is working with the charity linked to Chelsea Football Club. Now, I want to stress you're not going to be out on the pitch playing football or meeting any football players. What you're doing here is you are working with the charity side of the business, okay? And that really is about how you work with the local community, how you work with young people, how you kind of use sport, I suppose, to like help the wider kind of community and people amongst you. So we do need business brains for this, but you will be sort of thinking about things like fundraising, thinking about events. You'll be thinking about ways to kind of expand a business and expand charities. I suppose you'll get an understanding of how sports and different roles in sport link to charities and social work. And yeah, for this, it's really actually all about your soft skills. So it's about developing your empathy, about your collaboration, so your team working. We're going to really push like your communication and your pitching skills, and through that, you'll 100% gain loads more confidence for things like public speaking. Again, it's really close, so we think it's perfectly fine that you can travel on your own if you can, and obviously leave site on your own at the end of the day. It's only a bus journey away, and it gives you that kind of independence that you need for your next steps. So those are the options, okay? You now probably want to know what the dress code is. So you do not need to wear school uniform. However, it is not a mufti day. You are wearing clothes that are linked to being in a professional environment. So as you can see from the crosses here, I'm really happy for you to wear your school trousers and your school shirt and kind of add bits to it. I don't want you going out spending any money. And also, we have lots of kind of spare bits and pieces in the sixth form uniform kit if you need any extra bits and pieces like blazers. What I don't want are hoodies. No trainers at all. We're going into offices in central London. It's incredibly unprofessional to have any of these. I know it's hot, but for that reason, we're not having shorts or jeans or skirts above the knee. No big brands and no rips in kind of clothing. And again, on the kind of like the hot side, we don't want crop tops or vests or spaghetti strap tops. And that just means very thin strap tops. And just reiterating it here, you wearing your school uniform, taking rid of the blazer and the tie and adding elements to it is a really good way of looking really, really smart without having to go out and spend any money. And you might be sitting there thinking those careers or those sort of job taster days are no way linked to anything that I'm interested in. I know that that might not be, it might not be relevant for all of you, but there is definitely some opportunities for you to upskill yourself. And what a lot of our year 11s last year are finding is that by having this one insight experience, they've got some actual valid work experience that they can put on their CV. And that has meant that they can apply for other jobs moving forward. So even if it's not 100% what you want to do, it's something to put on your CV that looks really, really good, for want of a better word. And for those that are quite interested in these sorts of fields, I will raise this with you. You're now of the age where you can start doing work experience. If you go to these employers and make a really good impression, this could lead to things like internships and more work experience opportunities. It's happened for the last few years that we've run it, so that opportunity is very much a possibility. So making a good impression is 100% key. So, what do you need to do now? It is really just a case of filling out a very simple form where you can select your kind of first, second, and third choices. Okay. I will do my best to accommodate everybody with their first or their second choice. But obviously, if you have any additional questions about that, you can come and see me in UG9 and talk a little bit more about those placements. But you'll be sent a link to a form by your tutors in your team's groups. Okay. That's not first come, first serve, but there is a deadline. So for those that have not completed their form by next Thursday, they will be automatically put into a group, which I don't want to do because I'd love you to have the independence to make that choice yourself. So what's happening next is you will be sent that form. It's on Teams. You'll be asked to put in your first, second, and third choices, and then you will be contacted to provide parental consent to then attend the trip. My final slide, and this is if you have time during your tutor, is to just have some reflection between you now. What is professional etiquette? So, what is professional behaviour when you're in the workplace, and how do you show it? How do you show it to those employers that you're about to meet? Is it kind of things that you say? Is it things that you do? I've put here, it's not just about the employer and the day. What are they looking for? It's not about kind of how you talk to the employer. It's about as they're kind of wandering around watching you complete your tasks, what are they looking for when you're interacting with your peers? So things that you might say, things that you might do through body language. I'll leave that with you to have a chat in class. And yep, happy job hunting. Thanks.